Good day, learners! Welcome to the world of media and information. My name is Sir Brex. Let's think wisely, create smartly, and share information responsibly. This is Senior High School's Media and Information Literacy. Today, everywhere you go, you see all forms of media. From the moment you wake up, you see different images and messages being relayed to you. From the films that you watch, to the books that you read, even the photos, videos, and stories that you browse before you sleep continue to dominate people's lives around the world. This is more evident to Filipinos. In fact, in the recent report of the online creative agency We Are Social and the social media management platform Hootsuite, it shows that Filipinos spend the most time online, especially on social media worldwide. Along with our constant reliance on social media comes the risk of misinformation and disinformation. That is where the need for media and information literacy comes in. So what are you waiting for? Get your hashtag MOTD and get ready to think, create, and share. To get you started on this learning journey, you have to learn first the basic components of media and information literacy. In this lesson, we will discuss why is communication essential to you and to your community, and how media and information influence communication. For your first activity, get a piece of paper and a pen. I want you to make a concept map on media, information, and communication. Draw 3 big circles. Write the word media inside the first circle, information in the second, and communication in the third. I will give you 5 seconds for each circle to think of the words that you can associate with media, information, and communication. Write those words outside each circle. Are you ready? I guess so. Your 5 seconds starts now. Time is up. Good job. Now it's time to write the words related to information. Your 5 seconds starts now. How about for communication? Your 5 seconds starts now. The time is up. What are the words that you have come up with? Let's check. Let's start with the media. If you wrote channels, television, radio, newspaper, cell phone, and social media, your answers are right. Because media are communication outlets or tools that are used to store and deliver information, so as the words that you have listed. For instance, we use cell phones to deliver information and messages to our friends and families. We use YouTube to store video contents. We post and share information in Facebook. And we have television and radio to disseminate information to a larger number of groups. Next, let's check your concept map for information. If you wrote knowledge, ideas, facts, opinions, and messages, your words are correct. Because information is defined as knowledge or facts learned about a certain subject, situation, or event. The messages that you share with your friends, the news that you watch on TV, and the articles that you read on the internet are examples of information. Now let's see your communication concept map. If you wrote process, sender, receiver, exchange, understanding, you hit the nail on its head. Communication is a process by which information is exchanged from sender to receiver through a common system of symbols, signs, or behavior, resulting in interpretations of meaning on both ends. A communication process has 5 major elements: the sender, the receiver, the message, the channel, and the feedback. The communication process begins with the sender, who is also called the communicator or source. The sender has some kind of information, a command, request, question, or idea that he or she wants to present to others. For that message to be received, the sender must first encode the message in a form that can be understood and then transmitted. The person to whom a message is directed is called the receiver or the interpreter. To comprehend the information from the sender, the receiver must first be able to receive the sender's information and then decode or interpret it. The message or content is the information that the sender wants to relay to the receiver. Put all 3 elements together, sender, receiver, and message, and you have the communication process at its most basic. But wait! Since we are in the age surrounded by different media, let us emphasize the medium, also called the channel.
Text messages, for example, are transmitted through the medium of cell phones, and news is spread through television.
And lastly, feedback.
Feedback may be direct, such as a written and verbal response.
Or it may take the form of an act or deed in response. We call it an indirect response. For example, after reading an information that COVID-19 virus can live on surfaces for days, you did not give any comments or replies to the sender of the message. But it made you more conscious on the things that you touch and made you practice hand washing more regularly. That is an indirect response. In the 21st century, communication has become more social due to the emergence of technology. Today, communication can be done through different media tools and formats with the use of the internet. Now that you have understood what is media, information, and communication, let's discuss their importance to you and to your community. To help you figure that out, let's do time travel to the age when there was no internet, no computer, no cell phones, no electronic media, just our mouth. Hello? Hello? I have a message for you! Hustle, right? For most of human history, to send a message, a warning, or an announcement to someone or the community, you needed to physically deliver it. Shouting worked well for next-door neighbors, but at any greater distance, another solution was necessary. Maybe I'll just walk or fly a pigeon.
Do you know that as early as the 1st century BCE, people started breeding messenger pigeons in Europe? With an average flying speed of 50 miles per hour, and for their innate ability to find their way home across long distances. Incredibly, pigeons delivered the results of the first Olympics in 776 BCE, traveling from Athens, Greece to surrounding villages to announce the game's winners.
Fast forward to today. Due to the advancement of technology, people can now communicate and disseminate information at a faster pace, anytime and anywhere with the use of different media such as radio, television, cell phones, and emails.
Yes, ma'am. I've already received your email. Thank you so much for the information. Bye, ma'am.
But why do we need to communicate anyway? Communication is highly necessary for our society, as it is only through the exchange of ideas and cooperation that society can grow and develop.
Effective communication using the right medium is essential for learning, for teaching, for building and maintaining relationships.
Let's take a closer look and perform an in-depth analysis of the relationship of media, information, and communication, and their importance in the modern world. First, these are essential for the transfer of ideas. To transfer ideas from one person to another, communication plays a vital role. Every human being has some ideas that are unique to his mind. Like you might be thinking of something brilliant as of the moment that could change the world.
Many of these ideas can be implemented in real life and can turn into major creations too. But to make the transition from just a thought to implementation, it requires effectual communication. Hence, the idea should be communicated. It could be through a plan, a drawing, or in any media form.
For example, you have in mind an idea of how to solve the problem of improper waste disposal. How would the people know your bright idea if you don't communicate it, right? Second,
for interacting with society. They say, no man is an island. We must have harmonious interactions with our surroundings and the people around us.
Hey Ma'am Andrea, what's up?
Hello, Sir Brex. Look at this.
Whenever we talk to someone, we unknowingly or knowingly react to his or her questions, actions, or comments. This is communication. Healthy communication is essential for a healthy society. Third, for education. To educate someone, we need to communicate the ideas in the syllabus or the study material to the students
or any target audience.
At present, education involves a collection of all kinds of communication through videos like DepEd TV, audio recordings like DepEd Radio, books, and podcast lectures. Fourth, to update oneself. In the modern world, nothing is more important than staying up to date. Only through proper channels of communication can people be updated with current affairs and important events across the globe. Communication is the actual transfer of information through different mediums in such a way that it caters to the needs of people from different walks of life. And lastly, for entertainment. Entertainment today is mostly based on the channels of mass communication, like films and television.
Moreover, the internet is another common platform for entertainment in our generation, which again is a mode of communication. In short, we can safely conclude that communication and entertainment are entwined in today's world.
Those are the reasons why media, information, and communication are essential to you and to your community. To solidify your understanding of our lesson, heads up for your next activity. Get a pen and a sheet of paper. I will be giving you a situation and you have to answer my questions after. Copy? Let's do it! Our country is currently suffering from a global pandemic caused by coronavirus. You want to help your community by providing the correct and relevant information on how to protect themselves from the virus. The questions are, number 1, what information will you provide to your community? Number 2, what channel of communication or media should you use to make your message available to more people? And number 3, why is communication important at this time of crisis? Take note of the questions and answer it after this episode. I am excited to read your answers. If you have a cell phone, please take a photo of your paper and upload it in our official Facebook page at DepEd TV MIL and use the hashtag MIL Ep1. Now let's answer the questions. What information will you provide to your community? Of course, you might want to provide them instructions on how to keep themselves healthy or remind them of the health protocols of the Department of Health. Second, what channel of communication or media should you use to make your message available to more people? For me, it depends on the availability of the media channels in the community. If you are in an urban community where everyone is connected to the internet, it is better to post it on Facebook or YouTube. However, if you are in a rural community where the internet signal is weak. I'd rather broadcast the message through the local radio station or text messaging. Third, why is communication important at this time of crisis?
To keep you updated with the state of our country, to be informed with the government's policies and plans in combating the virus,
And to keep in touch with our loved ones who are away from us. I believe that from the activity, you have appreciated the importance of media, information, and communication to you and to your community. But what do you think will happen to communication if media and information are distorted? Let's take a look at this communication process model. This model implies that media and information are important components of the communication process.
misrepresentation of information, and media distortion would result in misunderstanding, deceived receivers, wrong judgment and decisions, and worse, panic.
For example, in Cebu City earlier this year, purveyors of fake information were arrested after spreading false information regarding the surge of COVID-19 cases in their place. This is because their false information caused panic among the residents of Cebu City. The model also implies that the instability or absence of media will result in communication failure.
For instance, if you're calling someone via cell phone or the internet with an unstable signal, you definitely cannot hear the information. Another example is during the 70s when the Philippine government ordered the closure of some major media outlets and various radio stations across the country. This deprived the people on the free circulation of information and to properly assess what's happening in the country and what their leaders were doing.
Knowledge is power. It helps us understand our environment and it teaches us how to deal with the challenges. Knowledge is transmitted through effective communication. However, the transfer will be at risk if media and information are twisted in the communication process. That is why today, we have to be mindful of the information that we receive on media. Due to the overwhelming number of information, it's now harder to decipher which is fact and which is fake. How can we give a solution to this? You're right! We have to be media and information literate. But how? That's going to be our lesson next week. Next episode, let's delve deeper as we discuss the different competencies needed to become media and information literate. That's all for today! My name is Sir Brex. Always remember, think wisely, create smartly, and share information responsibly. Until next time here on DepEd TV.